found it. But I'll just treat it with the contempt that it deserves. No, no, not mind it.
Where you treated with... please go.
In the morning, yesterday, somebody, one of the minority members, Honorable Betra, went complained that the committee, we are delaying the bill. So I came in to set the record straight this morning, because when you made that comment, I was not in the chamber. So within the rules, I sought leave from the speaker, and I wanted to set the record straight. The bill goes through a process. When the bill was read, it's a private member's motion, a bill, and it was referred to the Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. After the first reading, the committee is supposed to deliberate on it. We put it in the public domain. And then we had about 186 memoranda. So we had to group them and then do public hearing. We finished with all that in the last meeting. Then we held the meeting and got a timetable. That is all the Constitutional Legal is 18 members. We have half been NDC and half been MPP. So when I talk about the committee, it is not about majority or minority. And then when we are finished with it, we are doing a private hearing, that is in camera. Then last week we held a meeting. This meeting was organized by the Parliamentarians for Global Action, PGA, and invited some people in person, and the others were virtual. We actually had invited, there were some of them, the proponents of the bill, that came in to sit in the meeting. Then you had one of the proponents going to Parliament to say that they don't know what we are doing about the bill. That is, I think, I don't know how to describe it. And I suspect that somebody is trying to set an agenda here against the chairman of the committee. And I didn't want to tolerate that. That's why I wanted to set the record straight. We'll go through the first reading, refer to the committee. The committee, in its wisdom, had invited the public. Members of the public have contributed. Now there are others that we have to listen to. We'll refer as a committee. Then we'll do our job. When we are finished with them, we would have education from other places. Then we'll sit down and do clause by clause analysis before we send it back to the House for second reading. When we are done with the second reading, when the principles are held, then we'll do the consideration stage. And that's what we do on the floor of the House, which is clause by clause, amendment, delay this, insert this, add this. When we are done with that, then we will do the third reading. So when somebody says that the committee or the chairman of the committee is delaying the processes, the person clearly doesn't know his parliamentary procedure. That's what it means.
Mr. Nyimedu, you talk about procedure, you talk about process and all of that. But we heard Muntaka saying that really, when you really want to get something passed, there's a way you expedite the processes to ensure this is done. And that's their problem. And it's the reason they are alleging that probably the majority is colluding with you, as it were, to delay this.
Why should he accuse the majority when it is a committee of 9-9? Why? I don't understand it. Is the Honorable Muntaka going to organize the meeting of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee? No. He is the leader and I respect him for that, but I am the chairman of the committee. Except leadership would want to say that they don't believe in my chairmanship and they want to remove me and put another person there. To the best of my knowledge, I have even done more than necessary on this bill. And that's not the only bill we have discussed. There are others that we have to give every bill equal attention. And I will not be intimidated by these threats and what not. But and he cannot also organize a meeting. what we want to do, we will do it. The committee will meet as a whole, and then we draw a timetable. Even this meeting, we are yet to meet, but that meeting that we did last week came very early, and members were present, and then we had non-members who are also sponsors of the bill that sat in the meeting. So it is absurd when they say that they don't know what is happening to this bill. It is hypocrisy.
You call it hypocrisy, and you've given a number.
Yes, yes. When you have sat in a meeting and have realized that the committee is actually on post doing a bill, then you come to the house to say that, to the chamber to say that I don't know what they are doing about the bill. If this is not hypocrisy, what is it?
Why do you think the minority will just wake up and accuse you
of
something
when
there are other
majority
bills?
Here. No, don't do majority minority here, because the committee comprises of majority and minority. So if you are accusing the committee, you are accusing both minority and majority. Distinguish between the sponsors of the bill and then majority and minority. This is Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. We are 18 members. So if you target the committee, you are targeting all the members, inclusive of NDC and MPP members.
Having said that, I believe that the bottom line probably of the arguments being made is when you're going to continue with the process you started, so there could be some substantial results, as it were, on this. How soon can we look at things shaping up better?
Since Honorable Muntaka would want the thing to be passed, and he is the leader and he wants to organize the meeting, you may ask him when the next meeting will be called.
Yes, we want to understand probably...
Find out from him, because now he says I'm not doing it. So he will be doing it, so he should call the next meeting.
Fortunately, you're the chairman of the committee as we speak, so you have to tell us.
If he knew that I am the chairman, he wouldn't say that. He would make sure that the thing is passed. He cannot actually draw a timetable for the members of the committee. I have to call my members, then we look at the best time, and then we meet and deliberate on it.
All right. Moving forward, though, how do you think the House can work better without these accusations and counter-accusations, as it were?
Well, if people who learn their parliamentary rules, there will be sanity in the House.
All right, we'll end it here. Thank you very much. And that was the chairman of Parliament's Select Committee on Constitution, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Kwame Enyimedu Entry. I'm joined